The shadows reveal their secrets.
Do they? Do they really?
I do what I must.
Okay. What do we got over here? Teleporting targets. Okay, we got orc stuff.
My warp sight reveals something.
Underneath this gigantic top, we have a pistol.
Keep your wits about you.
Or a trap?
Oh.
Just as I was taught.
Okay, anything up here? Is this on the other side of that? Not a big deal. Bugger off, Farley, not been mind your own business. He has ears everywhere, you know. I'm not going to rot in this hole until Pew gets his shit together. Put the stones down, mate. Would you say we wet the old whistle instead? Okay, just some death. This is Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. I am very close to the end. I kind
Is
of...
there money to be made?
I've got a couple, like, kind of I'm going to try this. This is going to be stupid. A couple companion quests left to do, and then, really, just the final main mission.
What is the ringing?
That would be much...
I cannot believe.
Oh, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, we're fine. You accidentally click on someone and stop selecting them. Yeah, it does a really good job of getting the Warhammer feel. The thing that it gets a little bit wrong sometimes is because they want to do stuff with, like, Xenos and other cool things, it has to kind of, like, get away from what
I always keep my
what makes
options
Warhammer
open.
Warhammer. In the World of Dark or Chronicle of Darkness, I did like Changeling the Lost quite a bit. The thing is, I don't like the system very much, but I did like Changeling the Lost. I would, however, if I had the right group and a small group of people,
There.
I would take Promethean. Oh, like Promethean is actually one of my white whale like games.
Fortune
I have
smiles on us.
run Changeling the Lost.
Well, what do we have here?
If I were to do Changing the Lost again, I
Just
would
as I
not do it
planned.
in. Um, I would use a different system. Um, I can't remember if I picked up the because I don't remember which one I had. But my big thing is just the base system for World of Darkness. I think works okay for Werewolf. I think it works pretty badly for most of the other ones. Um, the only thing is, oh shoot, is they actually worked.
Implant was a worthwhile.
Nope, 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 nope.
Keep your
They
eyes
actually
to
worked
the
the um,
They will sap my good luck.
they actually worked all of the ways in
Others
which
do not.
From what I've
the
heard,
Prometheans are their journey towards becoming human into the rules enough where I was actually like, it would be more of a pain to not use it if I was going to run Promethean. And why is this thing lighting up? Let's see if I can destroy it. Yeah,
Let's not waste time with pleasant.
I think I was probably running
to it personally.
the first edition of Changing the Lost is my guess that when I did it. Yeah, Promethean. Like I would want no more than 3 people. I think 3 is where I would kind of call
Rise to the
that.
top or get left in the
Um,
dust.
and you really want, because you really want to take the time to get into all of the various aspects of what it is to be human for each of the characters. And
Just
I
as I
think
planned.
they had all the stuff for, like, here's why you should have a throng, a whole bunch of them. I think that's mostly because they do realize that most role playing games are 4 to 6 people is kind of the standard. So they are essentially. I get why they did it. I just think if that's a game where they should be like, nah, do it with fewer people. Question is the stuff that's gonna be over there worth getting? Okay, we'll see. If I'm doing Changeling, I would just I'd use Cortex. I mean honestly, Cortex is of the generics. It is. You know what? Actually, I might use Hero
Always
Quest
keep
for
your eye on the
Changeling.
prize.
Cortex is definitely the one I would use
The
for
strong and
Vampire.
wise is
Um,
over.
Maybe Quest Worlds because it does allow you to have kind of quite a bit of um, like the level of abstraction does some really cool things in it, and the it's kind of easy to feel dangerous in that. What we found out was the way a bunch of the systems work. I think would actually work well for changing the dreaming, or rather changing the lost. I mean, werewolf. I could put together if that's what I wanted to do. I could put together a thing for that. That's actually the only other one I might consider because I think the rules for it don't tend to do what Vampire was all about. And I ran Vampire when it first came out, and we liked it, but we also thought that, oh my god, we're not using like um, we didn't touch the rules because we're role playing so well, and now that you know there's a lot of different stuff out there, I'm going. I would rather have rules that support what Vampire did as opposed to them just looking to me to go, hey, did we talk enough and say the right things? 1880, 1993, actually, 2 or 3, and yeah, I think there's systems that actually do what it promises, and I think it would be better that way. Like there were some things that were fine, but my God, could be better. But I had a group of 9 to 13 people, and that's like you have that many people, you can't really touch many rules anyway. This here broom with us. Reach out and touch a leaf. Order someone else. Burn the plant. Toss a green just like a predator signals out its prey before pouncing. The great night to shelter this here broom with us. I will reach out and touch a leaf. I'm probably gonna get hurt a little bit. I was there in the day. I remember getting Dragon Magazine, and back when you could go to Walden Books and find a whole bunch of different RPGs, not just D&D. I will say I do think that the Chronicles of Darkness, like Vampire the Requiem, they did a much better at actually delivering the idea of personal horror, um, and not doing the like. I mean, it was still sort of dark superheroes rules wise, but they made it less so that here's the actual bad guys. You're just kind of little dark little dudes. It's okay. You're not really that bad. There's the Sabbat or the Black Spiral Dancers or the rest of them. Being physical print media, I do sometimes pick that up. I don't use it as much, but yeah, I mean fifth edition. The wait, what did you just do? Wait, what the hell? Main conscious, even though your body's acting, you will realize you're reaching for your weapon. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Oh well, we'll go back up.
The Space Wolf never fails in their duty.
Very loud.
Is there more to be made?
The hunger die is, I think, brilliant. I ran Vampire a couple years ago because a friend of mine had never wanted to play Vampire, but never had. And
I do what I must.
I was looking through it, and the only thing that made me actually go with Vampire instead of switching it over to something else one, she kind of wanted to actually try vampire, but if it weren't for uh, the hunger die, I think I would not have run it. I didn't hear what that said. Nice.
Success is the
The
only outcome I accept.
one of the kind of problems with the V5 is I had essentially the lore and fluff so much in my head from the original stuff that like I would default to that
Always get the job done.
when we were playing because I was like, oh, it's this. When I know some stuff had changed, but that other stuff had been in my head for so long that the first thing I would go to is, oh yeah, it's the way the old stuff used to be. So they're like, so which ones tend to be part of the Camarilla? And I rattled off a few of them that in that one are not. I was like, oh yeah, those ones are not. Oh, first of all, you should have her sniper. No, I never picked up Orpheus. I think Orpheus.
I always keep my options open.
Orpheus was one of the kind of like weirdly off to the side in a way that didn't. I think I had other things that seemed to be doing what it was claiming to do. So I never picked it up. I did do like Aberrant and some of those. I thought I was still stuck for a minute. Nope, let them blow up. Yeah, there we go. Commerce, 87%.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Oh wait, which one's? Or I was thinking Scion. I don't know if I remember Orpheus. The Scion is your gods or like got the power of gods or something along those lines. I think that's what I was thinking of. I don't remember Orpheus. I think I had things like Mummy, but like Demon and all the rest of them were well after I was not picking those ones up anymore. Where is the thing over here? Okay, so this is one of those. Like, I appreciate that. Like, oh, let's have you very carefully go through certain things here.
I'll brush this off.
I don't know where that one came from.
No, these ruby flashes are choking me.
Okay, first of all, she's fine.
Just as he ordained.
Like, y'all can chill. She's okay.
Pain won't stop me.
The Vizier.
One of the fun things that I know that we tried Wraith. We played that a little bit, but like I think the group wasn't as much into it. Then I start hearing stuff. Good lord, there's a bunch of traps. About some of the crazy stuff that ends up being in Wraith. It certainly didn't read like it from the main book. Like someone said, like they're in the ghost of a World War I biplane and like throwing Molotov cocktails on this, like all this kind of stuff. Where I'm like, that was not what I had thought would be happening there at all. I'm like, that actually sounded. I mean, the other way I thought it was the much more kind of horrific game in a lot of respects. I think it was cool, but like it felt a little more limited. Less now. I could do more with it now than back then. Okay, let's give that there. Yeah, I thought the idea of Wraith was cool. I could do more with it now than I was able to back then, just because of just by being more experienced in storytelling and everything else.
I always get the job done. I won't let it define me.
Okay, well, one thing is like they have these traps, and none of them ever seem to make too much of a difference. Like, or at least they really haven't since I was quite low, like lower level. Because I'm towards the end now, and most of the time it's like there's a trap, boom, you take a little bit of damage, it's gonna go away relatively quick. Or you know what it's probably doing? It's probably doing the like the injury, like fresh injury and some of that stuff that doesn't actually make too much of a difference. So here's the thing. I think because I do stuff with troop style games, and I think that playing someone else's Spectre, because I also a game I really love is one that is called Wield, where you play an ancient item of power and the wielder of someone else's ancient item of power, and the back and forth you get with that is super cool. And it wouldn't be terribly dissimilar from how Spectre might work, except in Wield they're more disposable. A little bit later. Yeah, Wield is fantastic, and so the cool thing is, um, there are some things that are suggested in the because it's a pretty like small book. It's a really easy game, but there's some things that are suggested that essentially the Vacha, which are what you call the ancient items of power, what they do is they disrupt destiny because every wielder, which a wielder is basically just like you give them a name, you give them a destiny, and you give them it's like an occupation or something, or like something like just something about them. And when they roll dice, they get like an extra die if it goes for their destiny. Their stuff is super simple. What I would do is I'd create 10 of them, and the players would just roll a d10, and that's who they would have for the wielders. And when one died, I would like jump 50 or 100 years in the future, and then was at the next like kind of opportune moment, and then switch that with a new one from a new 10 that I created. So it was the more power you give to your wielder, the more control the wielder kind of gets. Because it's at first it starts off essentially the if the Vacha wants to make the wielder do something, they roll it. They have 10 dice to roll versus literally none for the wielder. But as they start to give them powers, then there's like 10 powers in each domain with a score of 1 to 10. Like you get one, you mark off like one box, which gives one die to the other one. It's like once 3 boxes have been marked off, the wielder gets 2 dice against 8. So essentially, it's like trading dice over. So essentially, the wielder starts to have. Well, it doesn't corrupt them. It actually gives the wielder more power. So we get to a point where because I had one player who really loved just giving like, do you want to be able to destroy an entire city? Here, take this. Do you want to be able to do these really powerful things? Here, now it's available to you. And he would sometimes have to get a hold of other Vacha and say, hey, I need you to take out my wielder. And sometimes he'd be asking the person who was playing the wielder's Vacha to do it, which everyone thought was hilarious. So they would kind of come and take, like, that wielder would come and take care of the wielder of that Vacha so they can find someone else because they could no longer force the wielder to do anything. And we had some really great things where there'd be a struggle between the wielder and the Vacha that made for some super cool moments. Like it was a very fast-moving game, incredibly cool. You need players though who are really gonna go after their own things because if you got players who kind of want you to make it happen, it's not going to go great because there's. I have a thing where basically they can communicate with each other like at any time they can communicate with each other. They know if they are nearby. Like if you're within a couple miles of each other, otherwise they know the general direction. Yeah, the Vacha would definitely communicate because the Vacha you actually go through as you build up what you've done before. You put how the other Vacha have been in the lives of the other Vacha before. Like this one helped me with this, or we had conflict over this thing. Because every Vacha has a goal. Every Vacha also has a way for it to be destroyed, which is extremely difficult. I don't care too much about. Okay, so he's got some stuff. Enter a different command. Disconnect it. Walk away. Okay, nothing else here. We're heading back. Yeah, it is. Like I said, I had one group that did it that wasn't.
Both strong and wise
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
far.
turn that down. Um, that just wasn't particularly good about going after things, and it was so much more work. Whereas if they're going to go after it, one of the great things is you can just like the players will do so much of the work for you. Um, yeah, it is a lot of it's one of those that I like quite a bit. Um, I've got Mothership. I haven't played it, but Mothership and Alien are very similar games. Okay, well, don't in Warhammer, don't open a uh-oh. Don't open strange books in Warhammer. What I kind of want to do is just use the some of the Warhammer stuff to or the
Hungry
uh,
others, take heed.
Mothership stuff and maybe run it in Alien because they go back and forth
Rise to the top
relatively
or get
easily.
left in the dust.
Oh, the first time I've run into a oh god, what are these called?
I will wipe your disgusting presence out of
I am
existence.
blanking on the name of these things, but
Stands before
this is
you.
the first time I've actually seen a one of them. All right, let's. They just kind of all in a circle around me. There's a bunch of them. That dude, Weekend Warrior. Okay, the Necrons. Yeah, this is the first Necrons I've seen. We've had demons. We have orcs. I don't think there were orcs in this. Now the great thing is, I definitely have one character. I'm to the point in this one where I kind of a lot of battles. I don't even get all the way through my characters before it's over because I am able to just kind of wipe out a bunch of enemies quickly.
On it.
And let's let you use your ability.
I'll make it happen.
And I really like the
This goes against the tenets.
I really like the
Whispers his will.
cinematic campaigns for Alien are awesome. Actually, I use those on
Whispers your
the
name.
workshops I run at like Gen Con.
Come, the other side awaits.
Reassemblement commencing.
Hugs, probably. Oh, do these do things as I destroy them? Hey, don't get close to me.
As the
Okay,
tenets guide.
let's destroy some. Okay, apparently they do things as you start to destroy them.
As honor or
Have a good one.
web.
I can probably get him in one hit.
Killing
Get
brings
that.
me no pleasure.
The commander's just about out.
The shadows will
Oh, come on. He got extra. Did he just get extra stuff here?
let your soul
Yes, he did.
be purged.
Okay, I'm just going to destroy you, my guy.
Honor or death come. The other
All right.
side awaits.
There were 16 enemies before. There's now 7. Because you do not mess with my girl. Technically, hasn't even had a turn yet. Oh, I didn't even make her stronger. I should have made her stronger.
Who? Another
Yeah,
enemy
let's get rid of
down.
you.
You never stood a chance.
And you. We're now down to 4 enemies. Alright, let's just go ahead and make you stronger, Ulfar. Oh, and I can do... Yeah, let's hit
Here's
you.
my perfect moment. Consider this a taste of what
Oh,
will come.
you're just about down. Yeah, let's give you a free turn. Well, not a free turn. A free little bit. Probably destroy you there. And, let's just destroy you.
I will come.
Hey, that just leaves you, guy. And guess what? Not a single one of you have been able to do anything yet. I'm just gonna run over to you and destroy you.
In disgrace.
Kind has
There's
no
like,
right to exist.
Death stands before you.
oh wait, did it spawned? Oh, buddies. I'm not gonna move anybody. I'm just gonna start the battle here, uh, because you started up another one, and that was dumb. Because it's not gonna work well for you.
I'll see to it personally.
Oh shoot. Well, let me just get this one,
Not the right to fear. May their blades be sharp.
and then I will be able to just jump back and forth enough times to destroy all of you.
As
Hey, you! What's going on? I'ma smash you with both my swords. Where are you going? You don't even know where you're just kind of heading back and forth a little bit. Hey, buddy! Where you, this? Okay, that's a little annoying. We do a lot of pathfinding for no reason.
killing brings me no pleasure.
Like, got 16 of you before you even got to have a single one of you do anything. And now, oh, we get to sit back up. It's not working well for you, empowered Deathmark. Anyway, first let's see if I can just...
As honor ordained.
Will that get you?
Be purged
Let's just kind of... I keep leaping around you and go, hoo-yah!
by the web.
Do I have... Oh, am I out? Okay, well, that'll be fine. Enemies. I got a few of them. Easy, 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 easy. Okay, only one of you's any kind of a problem.
On it.
So, I'm just gonna...
Let your soul be
How are you not...
purged.
Oh, they got special extra. Okay, I'm just gonna fire at you again.
Accept your lot. Consider this a taste of what's to come.
We're now down to 6. I've technically only had one person go.
I won't stand.
Abelard, let's make you a little
See to it
stronger.
personally.
Okay, this time they get a turn. No, 2 turns. With dysfunctional scarabs. Alright, Ulfar. Let's run here.
Feel the icy bite of death.
Ah! I can probably just kick... Okay, stop going back and forth. That's annoying. I'll just kick you now, dude. That's enough. Oh, you still got just a handful left. Okay, so next one's not going to count. Take you out.
My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
And take you out.
I will carve runes out of your bones.
I can still
I
move.
challenge you, damned it. So
3 left. 1, 2, 3. Is with rate of fire. Okay, let's go here.
by the wolf side, perish.
Rate of fire 3. So I can just
Cubs play.
take you out.
Wolves reign.
Oh, missed. Chahoo! Ah,
The All-Father.
come on, hit. Oh, why do you have to suck? Okay, let's kick you.
For battle.
Kick.
So it shall be.
And almost destroy you. Yeah, walk away, Weekend Warrior. This is not going to work well. Weekend Warrior. Can I just charge to this dude? No.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
All right, let me just take you out. Oh, how are you?
Exemplary strike.
I mean, he's getting extra stuff.
And At your beck and call.
And I can't fight again.
My duty.
Okay, well, she now technically gets her turn.
A dance of blades and shadows. Trust me, caught by the web. Killing brings me no pleasure. I am your blade and shield. I shall
I think it brings you a little
the
pleasure.
other side awaits.
Okay. I have people who didn't even actually get a chance to do anything that turn. Anything else I can pick up around here? Uncanny Sphere. I'm going to pick up this thing that feels... Okay, I've got a rumor.
That's how it's done.
I have not even really looked at much of like these ones. I just happen to hit upon when I see them off in on the map. The quest wise, one thing for four. I mean, that's really. I got to run to my home base. I don't care so much about Solomorn. I just got to go to my home base for a bit. And System Speculo. I should have just gone there. I don't know why I'm going after rumors.
Keep your wits about you.
I am ready for this one to be done. It's good. There's just a lot.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
What's over here? Little flavor text. Loot over here. Cronus. I think where I haven't been.
Is there money to be made?
This is the start. Oh, bandit specialist. Okay, I've been. Wait.
Centuries
Well,
of
this should be
service
here.
and practice.
It feels like I missed something. Cogitator. Walk. Okay, I already did that. Yeah, it still shows me there's a thing here. Oh, there's places here I haven't gone.
I
Goods.
always keep my options open.
Okay, yeah, but where? Okay, get you all over here. Okay, I've seen the goods. Where? But where is it? Oh, it's on him. Okay, I'm picking up. Okay, some stuff just went all weird on me. Oh, now I can see things. Okay, that was important to get. Okay, so maybe there's gonna be more stuff now.
A space wolf never fails in their duty.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
First, let's go places we haven't been, or I don't think we've been. Okay, here's where I destroyed a bunch of those things.
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, that's on the other side of the wall. Is this just me grabbing loot? I think this might just be me grab a place where I can grab loot. This had to do with a rumor. Tau. I think I may have gotten
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
goods. There is just a rifle there of some sort. Needler. I think. That might be everything. I thought there would be more here than just like, here's a bunch of things. Okay. I guess we just raided these people but never found... Oh, they're on the other side.
I always have a backup plan.
I'll just go around here. Bum, bum, bum. All right, well. There's one near here I need to hit. And most of my other ones are in, like, a place. Systems... Oh, is it System Speculo, or... Yes. Origin. Dispose of the newly emergent prophet and ban the cult, or put the cult under surveillance. Conviction of uncanny zeal. Let's dispose of them. Sometimes people disappear. Okay, Explorator Flotilla. Augure's Anomaly I've been to. Okay, I think I've got to go here. Even though I haven't really been bringing him on missions for a while, I still, like... I did for a bit. He's just less useful now that I've got an actual, like, Space Marine. Space Wolves! Okay, so we're looking at the Arx Mechanus Hermetico. We picked up a Vox signal coming from her. Permission granted. May the Messiah of discontinuing reveal the way to a safe docking gate. Well, I would like a computer to do that. Vaguely familiar to me, but I cannot put my finger on it. Requesting the right to participate in the first boarding party. Is there a safe docking spot? Not at the moment. The damage to the hull makes observations difficult, and surviving vacuum locks are sealed shut. Okay, his may work. Justification, message from the Arch Mechanicus. Okay, what do we know about the ship? Sanctuary for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Every such ship is a relic. They are incredibly ancient and were made to search for the sacred standard temple construct patterns. Legends tell of the entire Forge worlds that were literally disassembled for parts to make such vessels. Okay, that's nice of you. In any case, she's a road of reform and glory. We must observe numerous traces of internal decompression, but not a single sign of aggression carried out from the outside. What it's worth, some of the decks look intact. Okay, well, I don't know if we should take my companion back there. We believe the ship has been in the processional of the damned for a long... See, this makes me want to run Rogue Trader, the role-playing game. Because it'd be cool. Like, I've skimmed through it. I've looked over some stuff. But, it would be cool... Okay, Ulfar, Abelar, we're giving up Idira. Yeah, she's kind of become... Like, she's okay to have in there. Pascal, I'm going to have to make Pascal... I'm going to have to get him to level up. Because, like, the idea of a going out there and being able to deal with, like, an interesting group of characters, I'm just kind of curious what the actual rules are like, because I know they're not going to be like this. Because there's super cool ways of, like, combining all of your abilities here, but it's the kind of math that works well if a computer game is taking care of everything, but would be really frustrating if you were trying to remember all of it in a role-playing game. Because, man, I got a list of actives and passives, like as long as my arm on some of those characters. And they do something which gives 4 stacks of this, which lets this happen, and that's like Fate of the Norns does a little bit of that, and there's enough there to make it more confusing than it needs to be. And thankfully, it does a lot of other cool things, but it's definitely like trying to remember conditions can be rough. But how's your day been? His tech use is super high. What's his lores? Let's bring up his Xenos lore. What weapons do I have him with? A flamer and an axe. We will flame them and we will axe them. That's against. Target the hit with a single plasma melter power. He's not using those. +1 MP, +1 deflection. Cannot fall. He's not wearing heavy armor, I don't think. You can check some stuff here, but like it won't let you check your without getting out of this and having to redo it all, which is not that big a deal. But this one also brings up like why it would be difficult to do. Like if you had a party that's like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be an orc, I want to be this kind of stuff. Which some parties doing that, I know, and it's going to be a huge pain. Those weakness, yeah, maybe. I was talking to my student teacher a bit about this week, and I'm like, I'm just about done with this thing. I might finish it this 4-day weekend. Give me something to do. Don't use an arc rifle. Part of me just wants to say, screw it, let him suck. Because I hate going through and having to redo all this shit. Bleeding, burning, and toxin, which I don't think I give toxins. Inflicted by the executioner. I'll try that. I think I have something maybe that does that. Let us check. Nope, didn't do that. Or wait, did I? Manning Flames. Actually, that's going to be awesome. That. I think there's something that lets me hit toxins. Um, there's something that helps me heal people. Yeah, I'm pretty much at the point right now where if I get into combat, I don't even get through an entire turn before I've won. I mean, frankly, my rogue trader goes. I have Kabbalah. What's her name? I have my blood spinner. Essentially, I can make her use her death from above on a bunch of stuff. She takes out like half of the enemy, if not more, and then snipe someone, usually a little bit weaker, take them down, take down another person, throw in Ulfar, and then I'm usually done or very close to it. So yeah, like the thing is that right now I've got to take a character I've not been bringing with me because I'm at the end essentially. I need to do one thing to finish up uh, four, but I'm kind of just running around and because I even really try so much for the builds because I know that there's like people that really get into oh, like we're gonna do all this like these things all work together. I I appreciate that there's this many opportunities and this many things that can be done. I kind of wish there were not. I would rather just be able to go into it. I find it. I don't like messing with inventories and messing with um, this kind of stuff nearly as much. Especially because a lot of them are fairly small. They eventually they stack up and they seem like oh here's some like really super cool things, but a lot of them are smaller. But it's a long, long game, and I am ready to see the. I'm happy to see the end of it, but I'm ready. Um, each creature. I gotta figure out how to get more toxin. It's bleeding on an ally of their choice. 30% of the city of temporary wounds at the end of combat. All their melee attacks damage over time deal additional plus 30% of maximum wounds damage. I'll try that. Uh, Pop up my ballista skill a bit more. Weapon skill too. Do that. I definitely wish. Oh, currently, actually, yeah. Let me bring it up. Where am I currently? I am 126 hours. I think once I hit, I've got a couple companion quests to do. Most of them are on my kind of home world, so I'm going to go there, do those. There's one dude who I don't care that much about, so I'm not. I had to use him for a couple things. I've not used him since, so I'm not even going to bother with his. Then I just gotta like get the question and answers, which is like the last thing of Act Four, and Act Five is apparently pretty short. Yeah, I mean it's something like I've been playing kind of on and off for like a year. I'll play a little bit here and there, and then I'll go away from it for a while, and I've been kind of mainlining it the last 2 months. So yeah, because I got it like when it came out, and then I waited for some of the DLC to come out. Uh, okay, I'm gonna just find ways to get. I think I've got some stuff that lets me get toxins. Probably that. This is enhanced splash area with the I got burning things. Grenadier, it will not die. So how you doing? Fortunately, I had also a couple other things I've been kind of playing before this. One of them was also uh, for a good portion of it was essentially like a little like a turn-based war game thing. This is really cool. Um, but part of me is going, I want to do action stuff for a little bit now. And like those skills, I've got my main character has so many of those skills so high. It's kind of like why am I bothering getting like does it matter where I put the skills at? I don't think flamers overpenetrate. Nice. What kind of this for ttrpgs or video games, board games? What is this perception bonus? 5. Okay, well we're not gonna do that now, are we? I've always found that like video games do the and board games do the dungeon crawler stuff better for me than role playing games. Because like I'll play Gloomhaven or Descent or one on a PC, but we're getting together for a role playing game. Like I don't want to explore locations, and I've got friends that love it, but it's just not my thing. That why maybe I almost never play this. I never have this character with me anymore. He used to be useful, and now is less so. Target affected by an exploit from a distance of 10 cells or further, which I can't really do with. Um, uh, yeah, the thing of what I've not heard of Legends of Amberland. One thing I wish I liked Dungeon Crawls partly because I think Torchbearer, the systems and stuff are really cool. I like how it's put together. I like what it does. I also know I would get bored with it relatively fast, which sucks because I think it's got really cool systems and I like the design and I like the purity of it. I think is really cool. 70 there, weapon skills, bring the strength up a little bit, and let's bring the strength up again. Medicaid, let's make him good at healing. I Etrian Odyssey, was that the one that was on the DS where you had to draw in the map? I remember digging that. I didn't beat it, but I remember digging it. Oh, okay, that sounds cool. We'll get into partial cover more often. Sure, if I remember it. There's gets a point where it's like you got to take something else, dude. There's just most of your stuff is full. Medicaid again. Okay, finally. Because I know the original ones, like the map didn't exist unless you put it together.
Is there money to be made?
Okay, what is enters replaced with candles that cast glints on the black. Okay, we just got a bunch of hey. Okay, we playing red light, green light. Y'all just sort of frozen there. I I don't know if I could go back to like a pool of radiance. I remember playing those a lot when I was young. Hills Far we really loved because it was just so different. Um,
Always keep your eye on the prize.
okay, let me. Oh, okay. It just makes that go. Okay. Hillsfar also had. I think it was the first time there was like a lock picking mechanic. Um, okay, nobody mind us. We're just gonna be walking straight through all your stuff. We're gonna take a look. Y'all seem important because you're just sitting up here. I'm just gonna run over here and grab this. That's a big old space marine, so I don't think you're gonna do that. Yeah, because things like I used to love stuff like Bard's Tale and all that kind of stuff, but man, Now, I don't think I can go back to that. The ghosts of nothingness have entered the deck of Aiskin tribe. Well, okay. We greet your tribe. We come in peace. Pascal is something to comment and not care what tribe he is from, and he should deal that. I'm going to do that. That is what you should be doing in Rogue Trader. You should be that kind of an asshole. He has been identified as a member of Category 17 Auxiliary Staff, requesting performance of appropriate salutary rituals. Okay, so they go back and forth. Reply was in Bin-Harmonic dialect, primitive and crude, but correct. I did see where Etrian Odyssey is available on PC now, but it's not cheap. If it was relatively cheap, or even if it was like decent price for all three, I might pick them up because I might mess with them a little bit. I wouldn't get deep enough into them to make it worth what they were charging. I am registering evidence of precious true flesh being operated in an unacceptable condition. The markings indicate that sacred metal was fashioned many centuries ago on blessed Mars. Putting to such crude and careless use as an insult to the Omni Messiah. What do you make of these people, Pascal? Is it? I'm trying to remember how much it was. Yes, the Space Wolf is one of mine. He's awesome. Because he's very good at like firing, still running, and then like kicking dudes. And his kick is actually really useful, especially if you want to charge at someone, do some damage, kick them out of the way, and then just like unload with a heavy bolter. Primitive community is made up of descendants of low-ranking technomats who once served this deck. The name Asgen or AC Gen derives from the category AC Gen, Acolytes category, which serve the main decks. Gen referred to service staff assigned general. Oh, y'all weren't that important, is what I'm hearing. You're the rank and file. How do you survive here, and what do you do? We hold vigil for all of existence, and the spirits of the mechanisms give us water, food, and nutrient mix. We thank them for that with the rights of machine servicing and maintenance. Okay, well, multiple deviations of the catechism of maintenance and operation. Why have we been sent to this fleet for you, my friend, considering they're all very heretical in the way y'all look at even your things? Breaches of sacred instructions do not stem from malicious lapse into heresy. They are a consequence of the right of having lost to memory, a grave heresy, but not as profane. What is the great entity? Supreme deity, the spirit of wisdom and revelations. It bears the name Marnat. Okay, well. Requesting all available information on Marnat. Marnat is a divine being of great wisdom. It was the great wisdom that discontinued the cycle, and all who had partaken of it lapsed into nothingness. We never partook of the wisdom, which is why we exist. And I have nothing to tell you about it, Ghost. That how we're going to talk? I'm the Fabricator General. My soldiers bear the sacred burden of leadership. The others fear you as ghosts can carry the living away into nothingness, but I am protected by Marnat's grace. Fabricator General, I'm registering heresy. The universe must have a Fabricator General, the supreme priest of the Omni Messiah. There is none other to hold that title, therefore it is mine. You see anything unusual lately? Well, apparently you think we're ghosts. Yes, you've seen us. Echo of the old crime was heard beneath the arcing vaults of our home. The ghosts of nothingness walked among us like the appearance to you, but with a face. Spoke words that must not be spoken, then penetrated the chamber of Observus, and our abode was shaken by the wrath of the gods for days. We felt as though we were drifting through nothingness. That is him, my mentor, Amarnat. Oh, so you know their god. What do he look like? Mask of sorrow and past misdeeds, and his voice was like seeping sand. You read past misdeeds, maybe, but seeping sand is a weird voice. Was he alone? No, other ghosts walked with him, but he alone had a mind and a will. The others did his bidding. Probably servitors. What is the chamber of Observus? An abode of deities and mighty spirits secluded from mortals. Down this great tube they used to descend to the mortals. Now they've retired to the house of Observus, the calm and keen-sighted, there to remember and mourn the world that once was. Units give distorted description of the Observatorium, the bay that houses Hermetico's bridge. There, under the great dome of Glass Creek, the wisest hierarchies of Adeptus Mechanicus would spend time in reflection and strive to discern beyond Messiah's guiding signs in the glitter of the stars. Correction! This data is hypothesis. An archive search yielded no confirmation of this data. My possession of it is an anomalous cognitive fluctuation. Well, we want to go there. Your kind can't go in there. Well, I'm sure we can. The great tube was made for the travel of gods, not mortals. Only one who has the blessing of the Pref, the great spirits who rules its deck, may approach the great tube. A tube, the great tube. But even such as one will have tried in vain, for the great tube's spirits have sealed its gate, and will only open it to those who know the divine word. And the rust wraiths will ensure that humans don't steal that word. They'll make short work of any thief. Who's Pref? Finds a tomb. The master of this deck and second most important god after Marnat. Mortals cruelly betrayed his trust once, and he hasn't talked to them or protected them since. Pref only answers the shamans' invocations. The tribesmen profane speculations most likely describe an important machine spirit that remains awake. First conversation with the unit identified as the shaman. Divine word? What divine word? Burr, burr, burr. Bird is the word. Words command all of existence. The gods ruled the universe using words of power. There was a time when mortals too were granted knowledge of them, but this time died along with the world. Divine words, command litany, yada yada. Where are the rust wraiths? The ancient ones are servants of the gods. They used to be gods' great warriors. Now they guard the. I don't care that much about all this, because I know it's going to be regular Warhammer things we find, and not this. Skitari, the deck guard, mortal servants of elite detached crew. Surviving to save sleeping for centuries. Presence here is unusual. Typically, the immortals only leave their storage chapel on special orders from the bridge. So how'd they get in? And their guesses are amazingly spot on. Logically deduced from our present situation. Okay. Who are you? You believe the world has perished. Okay. What destroyed the universe? The unthinkable is wrought. The cycle is discontinued. Is it good or bad? It just happened. It just happened. The world, everything got destroyed. That's fine. It spits out ghosts born of the world's ashes, and they wander in. The sight of you saddens us, but we mourn for you. Okay, well, I could make you ghosts. I hope the nothingness. That's not nice. You shouldn't want the nothingness to take me back. Look, a little zero up there. It's a category 10 blasphemy, is what I've been told. Okay, let's hop around here.
I always keep my options open.
I mean, let's be honest. If the universe gets destroyed, we're not going to be around to care. Tech Shaman Likut. Have you come to speak to the great Pref, ghosts? Pref will not speak your lesser tongue, but I can help. I can interpret. Look at the Tech Shaman. Tattoos of mechanisms. Okay. I am registering category 6, 7, and 8 blasphemies in tribesmen's vestments. Only enlightened tech priests are authorized to dismantle and interact with the bodies of sacred machines, and painting the skin in crude imitation of true flesh is a profane mockery. It is how I venerate the iron spirits who have done their duty and passed into nothingness, ghost. I do this in hopes that I might gain some of their wisdom. This statement is false. I'm not registering any veneration. Okay, well, who's Pref? Our deck's great patron spirit who protects it and watches over everything that happens on it. Pref used to be a kind of father to us until wicked people tricked him. That was when he disowned the mortals who lived here. He wiped the names of everyone who used to be under his patronage from his memory and no longer recognized their faces. Since then, Pref has been a harsh and cruel-hearted master. Okay, but you still talk to him. Barbarians use this debased designation to refer to a prefect enumerator, an especially sacred cogitator served by all the deck's junior machine spirits. I am registering category 6 blasphemy. So I fought a few gene stealers. Most of the Xenos you fight are the Aldiri, like the basically the dark elves and the elves. The Aldiri and the other one starts with a D. I just saw some Necrons a little bit ago, which is the first time I think I've seen those. I may be forgetting one from earlier, but yeah, it's yeah, not a lot of the Xeno stuff. Even though I've got like essentially an elf with me. Yeah, Drukhari. Listen, I used to do Warhammer 40,000, but that was a very, very long time ago. Um, who did I play? Space Wolves? They did Skaven in Warhammer Fantasy. I was disappointed that there was not a Skaven. The Skaven did not make the jump. How do you talk to Pref? Like this? Puts his hand on his drum. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. The thing is, when we used to play Warhammer Fantasy, I had a friend who would always like, oh, I'm gonna set up. He would always want to set up the battlefield. So essentially, there'd be like always a small gap that the Skaven had to try to get through. So I could like he would also try to abuse the rules. He would do a thing with orcs where when he played orcs, you could do like the Hand of Mork, which would pick him up and basically drop him down someplace. But he'd do it so that essentially the moment it hit down, the dudes with the ball and chains would go straight into your army before they could do anything. Then we found the did in errata where it's like, no, if you do that, they leave in a random direction, which was much better because that was definitely an abuse of the rules. This category, blasted layman, this blessed smoke is meant for the sacred machines, not your lungs. The primitive melody is the language, our language. Okay. The Iron Priest of Fenris can speak bin-harmonic using flutes, drums, and bone rattles. Some of the rituals they use to appease machine spirits loathe the sound of the box. We have come to plead for Pref's benevolence. The great Pref would like to know who is speaking to him. The perfect enumerator is running an identification procedure. Yeah, I got that, Pascal. Given existing data on the machine spirit's refusal to follow orders of the chain of command, I predict the standard identifiers will be assigned a low priority. Man speaks a tech priest language. We even need the old man. Introduce yourself formally, Pascal. Tell him you're a messiah of discontinuing. Volunteering too much. Do we need the old man? The statement is false. The idiom is distinctive vernacular, most likely only used by the ship's crew. It is intuitively familiar to this unit, but not intelligible. Just tell me the Messiah disconfiguring. Next unit is Magos Pascal Huneman. Some identify him as the Messiah discontinuing, although that statement is false. Dude! This is why we don't bring you places. Vess asks why he should treat your words with respect and not scorn them. Machine Spirit is requesting to know the unit's access privileges. Refuses to submit to a stranger's will without a compelling reason. Wait, did I accidentally click on? I double-clicked on something that was there? What you need to do is you need to, like, hit the power button and push an eyeball in and for 15 seconds. Then it should all go dark, and then you just gotta, like, wait a little bit to hit that power button again and reload your Omnimisai. Wayward Spirits. It says with a shock from an electrical prod or a blow from a wrench, accompanied by a litany of uninterruptible obedience. You sure this is not a compelling reason? You show of forces in order. Hypothesis is of merit. The unit is conducting a rescue mission in which the safety of the Archmagos rank unit is at stake, requesting emergency authorization. Breath inquires why you are seeking his friendship. Dude, why you gotta be like that? Hypothesis. The prefect's enumerator is requested to be interpreted as, what is the purpose of your visit? Is this or pleasure? Mission from Amernat. Perhaps the spirit knows who he is. I'm following the orders of my mentor, Archmagus Amernat, and correcting a mistake made decades ago. You speak, but the great Prep isn't convinced he should listen. He chooses to remain deaf and indifferent. Can we just talk directly to Prep? This just feels like, look, this is what he's saying to us. Prefect Numitor's reaction is anomalous. Such disregard for regalia can only be explained by a protocol signifying an extreme degree of danger to the vessel. Do I just need to shoot something? I will shoot something if I need to. Lick it. We've come to plead for press benevolence. Can we go back through? Authorize inspector from the fleet's concave. Try that. Why should you be respected, not scorned? Now let's try, you're an eminent and venerable magus. Okay, let's show a force. I'm gonna hit something. Let's go over there and hit it. The statement is true. My power is my authorization. Acknowledge it or you regret it, wayward spirit. Feel myself in the tears of the warp and ire of angered spirits. Oh, buddy, it's okay. It's just a machine spirit. Pref acknowledges your power, Ghost. Oh, yeah, just hit the machine with a... Hypothesis. The perfect numerator is requested to be interpreted as, what is the purpose of your visit? Something profound involving... You know the answer yourself, Pascal. I've come to discontinue the cycle. The great Pref does not recognize your name or your face. He will not grant you the forbid you leave. Let's disregard for getting... Okay, we're going to try it again. Hi, who are you? Benevolence... Just formally introduce yourself. You're the Magos. He has to say it. Maybe that'll work. Why you seek his friendship? Profound involvement in the Messiah. Does not recognize your name or face. What's this over here? I swear to God, if I can just get on the thing and write it up. Service is dead. The infrequent twitching of his head is the only glimmer of life left in his body. Can you activate him, Pascal? Magos Logos Hectodon 11. He receives 7 commendations for advances in astrography recorded in the Fleet Archive. The unit, he liked watching the stars. He called them beacons left for us by the Omnisci. Okay, that's nice. I don't need the tour. I just need to know. He is suffering due to his long past operational life expectancy. Particularly ancient and sacred True Flesh was awarded for its outstanding service. Has prolonged its years. Do you know him? Nope. My archive has no record of any encounters with this unit, or I just know and I grieve. The tribespeople inscribed his body with a blessed manual of maintenance and repair. Ignorant as to the true purpose of the litany, they proceeded his health replenishing magic spell. Okay, talk to him. Executive function, all reserved. Okay, take us up the observatorium. Services in the obscuratoria mode. Complete ban on holy ministry within the compound. Any and all sacred maintenance procedures are deferred until after the ban is lifted. Oh. This just feels like if you're doing a role-playing game and the GM just decides,
Rise to the top.
no.
Or get left in the dust.
But we've only got like certain things we can do, and I don't care all that much. What's this? Can I blow something up? Ritual font. Now, normally I've actually kind of enjoyed
Always have a backup plan.
the like the way they've done their missions and stuff like that. This one though is just frustrating me on how I can get through this because what I don't want to do is Rogue Trader Likut meet the Pref Spirit because I want to beat the thing for my guy for companion quest. You can't pass. Great deal of hitting with swords. You never know when you're. Messiah, use force, Pascal. I thought I did. Let's try it again. Okay, buddy. Continue. Messiah. Show force. If it's, yeah, if it's just like you got to get the right order of things without it really giving you. You know, Pascal. Oh, you. Rosetta used to know it, now it remembers having known it. I'm registering an anomaly. The data exchange deviated from the standard registration procedure. Limit the number of people of clearance to issue orders, including high-tech ranked priests from other ships. It was tasked with defending the observatorium as if it were under siege. Okay, so now I think we can go up. You know him. Oh, leave.
Keep your wits about you.
And so now I think talk to this dude again. And dialogue. Journal. Find the clues to explain why the lift is blocked. Well, we got that. Can I talk to him again? Will that work? Leave.
Is there money to be made?
Tell me this is not a bug. Only talk to the chief. Talk to him first with every dialogue option. Touch everything in the place. Do not talk to the servitor by the door. This may be bugged. I talked to that dude. Will that save your game and try using the elevator to start a fight down here with the tech priest? Yeah, I'm not worried about saving it. To try using the elevator, but now it's saying I find out why the elevator is blocked, which seems to be what I heard
Always
from
keep my options open.
that. Let me try again. Do you know him? That really seemed like the thing I was supposed to do. Ticket, elevator. It looks like all of the objects in the room. Okay. God. Okay, all objects that are. Let me look at all the objects. All the things I can click on.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
That. Okay. Over here, I think I have. Are these counting as. Oh, these are statues. And let's do both of these again. Look at that.
Let us not dawdle.
Oh my god. Whoever came up with now just go around and click on things for a while. Okay. Now I can have some good one. Alright, now I'm going to fight the Techno Priests. Hey, I looked at the thing, which means you should let me up now. The deck guard will activate and attack us, requesting confirmation race for combat. Do it. We're fine. Vivian fights him back. Und wir will fight. Und fight. Und fight. Okay, these tech priests are not going to be a problem. I don't think you all understand.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Okay, you're not involved. You're just sort of hanging out. I can respect that. Put Christine here. Throw Pascal over here. Can I move her? Whoa, wait. There. Boom, boom, boom. I think Cassian will probably be able to just knock a bunch of them to nothing. Yep, I think we're good. Alright.
It's as good as
Bala! I'm going to... Oh shoot, she needs to get closer, doesn't she?
who, if not me?
Uh, I'll try, just because...
I cannot serve you in this way.
Oh,
No.
oh, she's just too far away. God. Okay, well, I just wasted that, but not that big a deal.
Luck. I have strategy.
Oh, they've only got 8 people.
I'll see to it perfect. You should have thought twice before
They'll go
crossing
down
me.
relatively fast. Oh, let's...
You should feel honored to witness this.
do some damage to you. Let's put this
On it.
there.
It's as good as
Do
done.
that. And do your standing still. Your perfect shot thing. Alright, now. Where can we get close to a bunch of them?
Death comes in silence.
I'm going to hit you.
Let the blood of the
Oh,
wicked be
well, just
shed
because she was still
as
trying to
mine
use the...
will. Death is a
Did it maybe
blessing.
keep that for next turn?
Let your soul be purged. Trust me.
So here?
The other side awaits.
Let's leap
Death
here.
is a blessing.
Do a couple leaps to get over to you. Oh, do I have at least one more? Wait, can I move? Yes. It's about to suck to be you.
My blade
It'll suck to be
the other side
you.
awaits. As honor ordains.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Now let's do this. Let us make us more powerful. Now let's
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
hit you with that, and then hit you with that.
I'm not accustomed to another foe painted black.
Oh, I just passed right by one of you.
If only that was possible.
Oh wait, she was. She can't really see anybody from where she's at, can she?
Damage to bulk.
Follow my lead.
I can't. Oh, can I charge him here?
Victory is imminent. It will
And
be done.
then I will do all of that and get a bunch of hits.
For one Valancius.
I don't know who you think you're hitting, my guy, but
Second call.
this is not going to go well for you.
It will be done. At your beck and call. Reduced to dust. Target well struck.
Get you on fire!
Be done.
I get one more?
Took care of this one.
Okay, you're done. And I can still run over to here.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Okay, I ran over here. Take you out.
At your beck and call.
Could have done the other thing, but why not? We're good.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
I'm gonna banish Machine Spirit. If you do some damage to you.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Okay, so that is how I get Toxin on people. No, I did not see. Did not see Toxin. Physical damage inflicts Toxin. Energy damage inflicts burning. Could be a melee. Did not work.
Used to dust.
They're gone. See, if y'all had just let me do the thing I was going to do anyway, this wouldn't have had to happen. This is a mistake I often see my enemies make.
Or get left in the dust.
You could have been my friend. See these other people just hanging out? I did not do this to them. They're still standing there. Even this dude who was a pain to me, still hanging out. We're very close to having them completely full up. Maybe that. There's not as much as I need here now. Precise attack, one that I have? Oh, yeah. Deception. Sniper expertise. Plus 10. Yeah, we'll go with that. I just not seen that one before. And adrenaline surge. We got her the ability to do toxic damage. Okay, so for him, clenched teeth, plus 8 damage deflection of the first attack made by every enemy. Plus 11% dodge, possibility. Oh, single shot attack or melee attack against a target. Yeah, the extra armor. We'll go with that. Is there anything cool here, considering what he uses? Right, we've got him the arc rifle and a flamer. Rifle plus 1 residual chart. Yeah, we'll do that. And over matter. Into the warp. Moving them more. Right, just get 2. A fellowship. Navigator powers. Armor reduced by 21. This is Ulfar. He doesn't heal other people very often. He's actually occasionally close to people, but he also gets out there enough. He doesn't do really area attacks. He can do burst weapons. I don't think he can use cover. 7% critical hit, maybe. Devastating attack. Yeah, maybe that. Close quarters training. Two-handed range weapon within melee range. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Special things for bolt weapons, melee weapon specialist. Axe, sweep, and the hammer's. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I think it's to a point where you're just. It doesn't really matter anymore. Blood rush. Costs wounds plus 3 MP. Okay, her resolve would be enormous very quickly. Duelist. Let's have her chop up those a little bit faster. Is she using chain swords? Power sword, dueling sword. So far, neither of these are changed. However, there is some stuff that helps with power weapon. Dueling mastery. No, she's fine. More wounds. That'll work. And this dude, who I almost never use. With an arc rifle, I do not have one with an arc rifle. That will not be useful. Okay, I'm just going to grab that. We're fine.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay. I am hoping whoever put together the rest of this particular mission was a little bit better. It was annoying at first. All right. Well, we got a lot of Inquisition people here. Okay, I'm assuming I just walk onto here, and it'll do that. Hey, buddies. The face of the tech priest standing opposite is hidden behind a brass mask. Rather than one piece is assembled from the fragments of many augmetics. You've met this man before. He's called Brass Whisper, a member of Lord Inquisitor Calicar's retinue. There you are, tech brother. I still don't understand. You're from Calazar's retinue, do you? Let me see. Identification codes verified after priority request have been executed. Tell me where the blessed Amarat is. A ghost without a face. They mean you. Response affirmative. In order to move the Hermetico out of the possession of the damned, we had to disturb the pitiful locals. What's going on here? Continue the cycle is not obvious. Rip out your memories along with your Ferrum Sanctum implanted in your brain. What do you know of Amarnot? I know everything. Hey, weren't you a part of the retinue? Was it? Marginally used to play a major part in this story, not more than little meta there. The meeting is held upon my initiative. That said, I am still under the protection of the Lord Inquisitor and the Cognizance Fleet. Keep that in mind. I'm going to destroy all of you. I'm pretty sure. They want the Archimagos? Tell us about his. Looking? How absurd. You lack the very concept of what you're looking for, lay woman. You expect to find a man, and Amarnot never was one. He was never one person. The Amarnot Collective was created by a group of tech priests who renounced individuality and merged into a hive mind. A mind that reasoned algorithmically but was guided by the principles and convictions of a righteous spirit. A superego that brought them one step closer to the Omnissiah. You're looking for Archimagos Amarnot, you say? He has been by your side all this time. hypothesis without merit. As the cycle coils in multitudinous loops, it intersects with itself and locks us in a cage of data vase. Pascal shudders as if struck by the motive force itself. Mechadendrites rise like